Today I'm going to talk to you about the NCTM's core math tool specializing in geometry and trigonometry. To find this, you can download it from their website. So let's show you how to do that. And if you type in the core tools, here you can find it here. You can hit the general purpose tools and then scroll down and you can hit one of these and it'll end up downloading it for you. I already have it downloaded, so we're just going to come up over here. This here is the coordinate system plane. You can choose synthetic if you don't want the coordinate plane on here. I personally like the coordinate plane because I think it'll be easier to teach students how to find area, for example. You could have them find the area using length times width and then be like, oh, well, can you count the boxes inside of your square? And they'll realize that they are equal to each other. So I'm going to show you how to plot a square, for example. So we're going to come over here, we're going to hit draw points, which is the little P, and we're going to plot a point at 2, 2. We can drag it all the way to 7, 2, and then we have to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 5. And here we have the beginning of our square. We plotted 4 points. So if we want to connect these 4 points, we have to come up over here, and this is the draw line segment, so we can click on this button. And when we want to connect points, you have to click your point, and you have to hold and drag all the way to the other point. So we're going to do this for all of them. And here we have our square. So for example, what I was talking about is you can say, well, this right here is a distance of 5, and this also is 5. So that means our area is 25, and if I had my students count the number of little boxes inside of here, it would also equal 25. So that's how they can look at area.
All right, now we're going to talk about some of the different features of our program here. The first feature we're going to talk about is finding angle measures of our polygon. So the first step is to click our select tool and select our entire polygon. Just click and drag. Then, if you want to find angle measures, head up to the measurements area, scroll down to angles, and just click. And you can see it kind of hides it in the shape, but you can move it out here. There is the angle measurement for each one of our different angles, A, B, C, and D, or A, B, C, and D respectively. Another thing we want to talk about is finding the area of our shape. And you can do this very easily by going back up to the measurement bar, clicking area. And there, just like magic, is our area. Perfect, 25. So if we select this one more time, we can look at one other feature of the program, and that's going to be side lengths. So we click lengths here, and it gives us lengths. And we can look and see that each one of these lengths has a length of 5, or each one of these sides has a length of 5, helping us to verify that this is indeed a square, if it wasn't already obvious enough. The final thing we're going to talk about is some brief transformations. And one of the transformations you can do pretty easily in this program is a reflection. So if you select the object, come over here, click this button which says Reflect Object, and then click on our y-axis.
With this tool, we can also reflect. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to hit the little arrow so that I can highlight our little square here. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to hit transform, and I'm going to hit reflect. These buttons on the side will also do this, but I like this here. And then I'm going to hit our axis, and as you can see, it flips it over, and you can use this to talk about this in class. Another thing that I'm going to highlight really quick, but we're not going to go in depth on because we're not using it in our activity, are the buttons over here. You can make a parallel line, you could make a perpendicular line, you could find an intersection point, you could make a midpoint, you can find tangents to a circle, you can find an angle bisector, and you can also add vectors.
Alright, okay, so now I'm going to show you how to draw a polygon. So you go up here and click on draw a figure or polygon, and basically you can choose any point, and you can basically make any polygon you desire, but you have to connect it back to your original point, and then you double click to finish your polygon, and then you go up to the toolbar again, click on draw a line segment, and you can basically connect. You can make any line, or you can connect the other line to the other line. But for this activity, we're going to show you guys how to form triangles into the polygon. And there is a relationship between, but we will show you guys more about that when we do our activity in class. But anyway, there's other stuff you can do with this interactive tool. You can draw rays, you can draw lines, you can draw half planes, circles, you can find areas, you can draw angles, and you can draw vectors. You can do scalar vector or scalar addition.
So as you can see, there are multiple uses for this tool, such as, drawing your polygon that you learned about, or making lines and angles and reflecting things, and anything you want to do in like an algebra class or geometry class, you name it, you can do it. You have the coordinate plane, you can find areas and things like that. And I really hope you consider using this tool inside of your classroom, because it really helps those kids who struggle visualizing things. They can be interactive with this tool. They can post up their own polygons that they want to do, and they can find the areas, and it helps them really visualize what they're doing. I hope you consider using this, and I hope you enjoyed our tutorial.